Bella underscore probably wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Hi, Bella. Thank you for the hydrate. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Sorry that I wasn't live yesterday. If you followed the Discord, you will see why I did not go live yesterday. Funny story. You see, your boy Slacker has a big boy job, and that big boy job drains the hell out of him. So I came home, took a nap, and then I woke up too late. Exactly, Bella. That's exactly what happened. 110%. Big boy. What's up, Michael? Of course I do. How you doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I got nothing green on, but if you pinch me, I will bite you. So don't even try it. How's it going? How's it going? See, Dion, big boy. Big boy. Alright, so as usual, as is tradition, I don't remember what I was doing. Maybe I should keep a journal or something for what I do in these like big games that take forever to beat. Big slacker. Slackerton. Okay. What am I making? Let me check. Maybe there's like a hint somewhere of what I was going after. I do remember I got my little sub blown up by a freaking Reaper. Oh, I was making the flippers and the... Wait, I thought I already did that. Hello, Ansley. Anise. Sorry, I misread that. Hi, Anise. Why is the live so early? What do you mean? This is my usual time. I'm late a lot of the times because I'm a terrible streamer. Where's all my stuff? Did I not save the last time I played? Didn't I have like all of the stuff? Hold on. Please tell me I saved. Guys, I legit might cry if I don't have... Keep doing that. Fabricator, radio, medical kit, composite. What? I do not recognize this at all. I'm missing so many things. Something happened, guys. All the progress I made last time is gone. Oh boy. Alright. That's cool. That's fine. That's alright. I am definitely not crying. At least now I know, where rubies are, I think. Do I have a map? No, I forgot I don't have a map in this game. But anyways, enough about that. How's everyone doing? You guys all doing alright? Where is my... Oh, my shoot. I completely forgot to start TikTok. Sorry, TikTok, don't be mad at me. And they're gonna kill me. Well, I don't even remember what I need to do now. Oh, man. I hate being so ditzy. Okay, I gotta be in and out quickly. I don't remember what I need to get in here. But I remember there's these stupid jellyfish. Yeah, there they are. Don't touch the jellyfish. Ow, and I immediately touched the jellyfish. Dude, get in the doorway, dog. Is it up here? I think that's it.
Integrating new PDA data.
Stalker teeth. Does that mean I can start collecting stalker teeth? I already have that, I guess. Okay, let's head back before I drown. No, ouch. Nothing. Okay. I see you, frickin' Leviathan. Or Reaper, or whatever you those are. Okay. Hey, Hello Kitty, how you doing? Yes, 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 I know, we're dying. Do I have food? I do.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Gotta go catch more food later. Where's the exit? Okay, so it's there. It's up, right? There it is. It's low? Okay, hold on. Hello, Xerix. It is okay. You don't have to apologize for not being here. Is it me, Daom? Or is it the game? Is the game low? So I can turn myself up if that's the case. It's me? My voice? What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? This is exactly what I would be doing if I had a little submarine thingy. Ooh, that was a big one. They should put some ramps out here or something. Okay. So, our goals now. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We need lithium. 5 lithium. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good to pursue this. Your hearing aid battery ran out. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang. Lo siento. Is it because you were being such a diligent student? You were doing so good at school? What's up, TikTok? How you guys doing today? Need to grab some more bladderfish. Hold on. Wait, no, that's not a bladderfish. I got tricked. So you know what's cool is I heard that apparently the original director or the original studio for Subnautica 2 got the rights to their game back. So we may actually see either, what is it, either improvements or the game will like actually release or something. I didn't follow the news too closely, admittedly. All I know is that they were getting screwed over by the new CEO, who was trying to like control everything. What's up, Yuri? You trying to 6-7 me? Well, I will counter with an 8-9. How about that? Hi, Rexy. Thank you for the lurk. Gold? Ah, come on. I don't need gold. What can I get rid of? I'm gonna drink some water. What was I doing, dude? I do not remember. I don't recognize any of the stuff in my inventory. What's up, Noah? That's a interesting question to ask immediately upon entering chat. But let's just say I am old. Old. You didn't listen. Don't worry about it, Dale. It's okay. I didn't say anything important. Lead, I don't need lead. I need lithium. Don't need silver either. I'm gonna regret throwing this out. What's up, Bella? How you doing today? Hey, Darion, how you doing? So ancient? Yes, very ancient. I remember when all of this used to be fields, you see? All of this, as far as the eye could see, it was all orange fields. Get out. I'm trying to repair the ship. There we go. You gonna stay up till 3 a.m. Oh my god. Be careful, man. I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking. Lithium. There we go. There's one. Don't need silver. Salt. Don't need salt. For anybody joining, we lost all of our progress from last time. I don't know how. I need to check my stream and see if I forgot to save or something, because this is disheartening. That's not a rock. Okay. Lesson learned. Wide and tall ears. Yep. The better to hear you with. All foxes need big ears. That way we can hear our prey. For me, it is the, what are you? The hell? What was that? That thing just hit me with a psychic blast? What the hell? Go away. I'll hit you with my submarine. Ears taller than the tail? No, actually. My tail is really long. You just don't see much of it because it's behind me. Lead. Okay, we're going too deep, so I need to be careful. And what's great is I need to get all of my... Ooh, nuclear reactor. What's great is I need to get all of my frickin' scans back. Because I had unlocked a whole bunch of scan... Ooh, what is this? I had unlocked a whole bunch of scans. Is this the lair of Dr. Octagonopus? That teleporting thingy is following me, isn't it? Have I already been here? This place looks familiar. Yeah, this looks very familiar. Nailed it.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
I'm turning into a zombie. Essentially, that's what that's saying, right? Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Aki. Hi, Aki. How you doing, Aki? Yeah, I vaguely remember this place. You're at work? Oh, okay. Well, have a good day at work, okay? There must have been something on here. Yeah, okay. I'm out of here. Thought I found something cool, man. Am I screwed? I think I'm screwed. Well. I darn heckin' goofed. Is there like a way to rock it back and forth? Can I push it? Nope, I just keep getting back in. This is great. Unstuck? Oh. Options, input. Jump, sprint, PDA, left hand, use, right hand, exit holster, reload. I think I'm screwed. Hello. Hello, Twice. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Can I push it? This is great. I'm fine as well. Thank you for asking. I accidentally beached my little submarine here, so... It seems to move slightly when I get in and out of it, though. Okay, hold on. I think I'm gonna have to Google this. What's up, silly Billy? Give me 1 second. Hey, look at that. First result. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh, great. Oh, you can run into it? Oh, but that was 9 years ago. I don't think... Something tells me the same system is not in place. Alright, well, let's see if I can do this. Come on, move. Why can't I? Oh, why am I so dumb, guys? Am I actually moving it, though? It looks like it's a little further. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Thank you twice. Okay, we're gonna measure it by how close this is to the edge. How are you guys all doing today? Are there any physics objects I can use here? Hey, Velku, how are you doing? What's going on? There are no physics objects in here for me to use. Hey, Velku, you wouldn't know how to get a stuck sea moth back into the water, would you? Wait a minute. Oh. There we go. Is that doing anything? Maybe if I just spin around. I did Google it, and people are saying just, like, push it with the propulsion cannon, which isn't gonna help me. Because I don't have the propulsion cannon. There we go. There we go. Yeah! You just gotta roll yourself around like a toddler. Hey, what's up, Melon? How did I what, get stuck? It's a very special talent of mine. Yo, what's up, Mikey? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. A very special talent of Slackers is getting stuck in weird places. But I usually can find my way out. Okay, so back to our regularly scheduled programming of regaining all of the stuff I lost. Wait, is that lithium? Titanium. Yo, what's up, Diego? Of course I remember you. How you doing? Lead. I don't need lead. And in fact, I think I have enough titanium stored somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now I got enough room to carry all the titanium I need. Or lithium. What was it like seeing my first Reaper? I mean, I kind of got spoiled. so I knew already what a Reaper, you know, looked like, and you know, I wasn't too frightening. I mean, it did jump scare me a bit. I even have a video, or what do you call it, a TikTok video of me getting jump scared by my first Reaper. The second time it happened, though, actually did scare me pretty badly because it destroyed my sea moth. Like, bit the thing right in half. And that really got me. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. And right now we are searching for lithium. And then later on, once I get my upgrades back, we will go looking for ruby again, because I was already searching for ruby. I don't remember what I needed it for. Pretty sure Reapers can one-shot sea moths. Yeah, I think that's what happened. It freaking jump scared me. It just bit the thing right in half. I don't think there's anything in here. Gotta be nerve-wracking trying to like maneuver through these tight little caves. If you hear it, it can see you. Do they move around with echolocation? Because I mean, that's a pretty apt description of what happened. I was over by the Aurora, and then all of a sudden I just hear this like deep roar, and I didn't even see what happened. It just ripped my freaking sea moth in half. And there I am. Ooh, a diamond. And there I am, alone with a freaking Reaper. They have echolocation. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You hear him clicking. Gold. I think that'd be scary. Like I know even of like professional divers who dive around like orcas and stuff, and you hear the clicking first before you see them, and that's quite scary. What's up, Carolyn? Of course I remember you. How you doing? Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I don't even know where I am, by the way. If anybody knows this game real well and can tell me where I am and where I'm going, I'd appreciate that. Ooh, diamonds. Lots of diamonds. Well, I'm somewhere where there's lots of diamonds. Is this Goro? This is Subnautica. Okay, I gotta repair before these things rip my sea moth apart. My model. Oh. I'm not sure what that word means, so I'm gonna have to say I don't know.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Hey, Star, how you doing? What's up? It's someone from Genshin. Ah, that explains. I don't know much about Genshin. I stopped playing before the first expansion came out. What's up, Popstar? How you doing? What's good? Thank you, Aki. How's work today, Aki? You doing all right? Mentally and emotionally exhausted. Oh, I'm sorry, Star. Oh, I saw your messages in in the group chat. Yeah, it feels like March has kind of been rude this year. Like it kind of feels like it wants to just get out of the way, so it's just running past us and like knocking us around. I can call you Raiden Shogun. Okay. You got it. You are very tired. Oh man, join the club. We should all join the we should all make the EP club. We're all a bunch of little EP guys. Like in a VR chat where people make worlds where you just sleep in them. And yes, people do sleep in VR. It's very interesting. Alright, I think I circled back around. Oh yeah, I need lithium.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
I gotta go make food.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yo, what's up, Caffeine? How you doing? Goro's older brother named Slacker? I'll take it. How do people sleep in VR? I think they like just wear the headset, and somehow it like they're just okay with that. It doesn't hurt them or anything. I think for me that would really hurt. Like whenever I played VR chat, it would take me I would have to like constantly take it off, like the headset, because it would be weighing like heavy on my face. And then go back in, but I don't think I could do it. Depends on your headset and its additions. That makes sense. Okay, we are tapped out. Time to eat some food.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, there it is. Sheesh. Surprised in what situations human can... Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that. As somebody who has frequently had to sleep on hard surfaces with no blanket or pillow, yeah, I'm well aware of the crazy sleep situations some people have. I've had friends in the military who, you know, they tell me wherever you can get your Z's, you got to get it. That always sounds hardcore, you know? Then you see them like when they're going home and they're sleeping at the airport, and it's just like ground, and they're like, that's where they're comfortable, just sleeping on the ground. So you wouldn't, you would believe it if I told you, Caffeine, but all that progress I made the last time I played this game is gone. I think I may have not saved by accident. Wait, dude, leave me alone. Making me run into things. Now, if they ever come out with the nerve gear, though, imagine sleeping in that situation. Like you are in your favorite MMO, Ooh, what are you? But like fully immersed, you know, like full body experience. I think I would probably like strap on the nerve gear and then go sleep in like Final Fantasy 14 or something. Go over to a beach and just sleep there. Mobile vehicle bay. Do I already have that? I think I do. Crap. I also lost all of my scans, which is nice. We're decades away from that. Oh yeah. No, I fully expect to not see that either until I'm an old man or like ever. The technology aside, because you can like build all kinds of Neuralink crap, whatever you want, but like it's also the physiological limitations. You know, we still don't understand a lot about the brain and the like the nerve network running through our bodies. So you can't just say like, oh, I'm gonna hijack your brain signals and stick you in a video game. It's like you don't really know the implications of that. It could either work perfectly or you end up you know, wiping your brain's firmware or something, you know? Go away, leave me alone. Go away, leave me alone. I do like really, you know, want to believe that it could happen at some point, because like everybody else, you know, I want to play a fully immersive, God damn it, a fully immersive MMO. Lithium.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, I mean, I think the morality more stems from like what the non-entertainment applications would be for a system like that. Entertainment almost never really comes with moral quandaries, you know, unless it's like entertainment at the expense of another human being. But like, for example, those conversations about like, oh, how we could use time perception altering substances such that a person's perception of time is skewed so that in 1 minute they experience like 1,000 years or something like that, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna do that in prisons. That is the kind of moral quandaries where you're like, that don't sound right. That don't sit right with me. But like in an entertainment setting, I think, you know, morality can be a little less like in the conversation. Again, unless, what do you want? Go away. Who wants some? Again, unless the entertainment comes at the expense of somebody else, then it's a different conversation. Magnetite? I don't remember this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. What is magnetite for? I think, yeah. My hope is that the first applications, instead of jumping straight into entertainment, the first applications come in the form of like mental health treatments, and also maybe even understanding of physiological condition treatment. Really, TikTok? Okay. Oh, look at that. My stream went down. Okay, looks like everything is up and running. Not even a blip on my freaking modem thing. It's great. Yeah, that's a lot what I was talking about, like how we don't understand a lot of like what goes on in our brain, you know? We understand a lot of the fundamentals, and there is breakthrough research coming through like pretty much every day. And you know, for as much as people hate AI is also helping drive a lot of that. So, you know, we could have a very good understanding of how the brain works within, you know, the next decade or so. Some AI is good, I agree. AI is good when it is actually used for the betterment of humanity and not to line the pockets of... Bird thingies are hitting me. What? What are those? Hello, Layla. What kind of game are we playing? This is Subnautica. This is a game where you are doing underwater exploration stuff. That's about the best that I can describe it. Knowing, understanding why and how you feel a certain way down to... Yeah. I mean, the better fabricator. Son of a gun. Man, that is so dumb. Hello, Momo. How you doing? Alright, Table Coral, you're coming with me. I need to put a fabricator in my base so I don't have to go up to that thing anymore.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, if you've never played Subnautica before, Subnautica is basically you crash landed on an alien planet that is basically almost all water. And it's your goal to try to get off, and also that was sounded strange. It's your goal to get off the planet while also like discovering what happened. At least that's to my knowledge of what you're supposed to be doing. Subnautica is not for VR. I've never played it in VR. Honestly, though, I don't think I would want to play it in VR. This game seems kind of scary in VR. Okay, so... yeah, I don't have any of the things that I had before. Freaking, like... the Reaper in VR. you got jump scared while drawing? Oh. And that's also like a really creepy way to like make your presence known. It's like you're to streaming, it doesn't do this. You just did your hair like a fox. Oh, that's super cool. You put like little ears on your with your hair. Okay, it is showing that there are downs being reported. That was at 4 p.m. There are reports coming in. me check one more thing. I'm gonna do a quick speed test. Make sure I am not. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh, my upload speed is getting effed in the A. What's wrong with my upload speed? Bandwidth. Okay, great. Okay, sorry everybody. We'll just keep going. I really. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I need to go find my scans again.
Welcome aboard Cal Systems Online.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? There we go again. It is down again. Holy cow, why is the bitrate spiking so high? Oh my gosh, I really hope I don't have to stop streaming. That would suck. Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye on my bitrate. Yeah, no, that bitrate is dropping like crazy. I'm sorry. And I just wanted to have like a chill stream tonight too. Internet is like, nope, not happening. Wait, where's my scanning? Oh, right. I took it out of my inventory. Don't be mad at me, guys. I'm sorry. There's something legitimately wrong with my internet today. What's up, Roblos? How you doing? I'm fired? Oh. Please don't fire me. I'll do a better job. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Looks like it's stabilizing a little bit. But I better not say anything. Though for some reason the bitrate is like it's going way higher than what I have it set to. I wonder if that's OBS. But I mean, I'm having problems on TikTok too, so I don't know how much I can blame on OBS. Bye, Momo. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. Alright, I'm gonna try to head out to the outskirts again to see if I can get my scans back. I need to say sorry to everybody. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I should really look in on trying to see if I can get that notification to only go out once a day when I go live instead of every time I go live. Otherwise, I think you guys are gonna kill me.
Seek fluid intake.
Moon pool.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to take the stream down. Also, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. I'm so sorry about you having to join for this nonsense, but I appreciate your follow. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have like 10 million freaking VODs, dude, I swear. This is probably the crap that TikTok is constantly dinging me for, too. Like, hey, you're spamming, bro. I promise you I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm about to do another circle again. What is with me? I cannot get away from going in that direction. What was that? Oh, it's you. Those are aliens. I mean, everything in this ocean is an alien. But I mean, those are like legitimate aliens, right? Those weird warper creatures. Like some kind of intelligent life that's not just a fish. What are these, by the way? Do those lead to anything?
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Damn it. Okay, so I gotta stay. Dr. Gerbil. I could use a Dr. Gerbil right about now. Is the stream okay, everybody? Is it stabilizing? Nope, it's not. I can see it dropping again. I have dropped a lot of frames. Oh shoot, that is a guy I don't want to be around. Whoa, hello. You're cool looking. But I don't want to be near you. Whoa, what is that? The internet is having heart palpitations? Yeah, it is. It's freaking out. It's like, I can't do this anymore. What's wrong with you people? I've been here already. Curse it all. Leave me alone.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Is the sea moth able to survive this? Nope. Also, I got this stupid electric bastard. Well, I got 2 rubies. Okay, go away, dude. Please, go away. Go away. Let me get these rubies real quick. Ouch. We got this, we got this, we got this. Oh, 3 rubies. I can hold a lot more. Okay, I'm gonna take all the rubies I can hold then. We're gonna need these. Any more? Could have sworn I saw more, but nope. Okay, we're good. Now we just gotta find the blueprints. Is there anybody still out there? Anybody still watching? I'm sorry, my internet was being stupid. I hope you guys can forgive me. Yo, what's up, Caffeine? Caffeine and Slag and Aki are still here. If nobody got my back, I know those 2 got my back. Can I get an amen? Well, it's not about it being a winner. I just don't want it to ruin people's nights. But it looks like it's settling down now, hopefully. Chew, don't sneeze on the internet. You're gonna make it sick. Amen. Thank you, Aki. Ooh, what is this? Hey, get out of the way. Go away. Ow. Stop it. Leave me alone. Is this what oh my god, go away. Okay, I'm not meant to be here. I get it, wrong neighborhood, jeez. I'm literally just here to explore, guys. Do not attack me. Ooh, ruby. Can I have that ruby? Yes, thank you. Also, what are these fish? I need to check them out. Nothing, I can't touch them, okay. Uh-oh, am I putting you to sleep, Aki? Don't sleep at work. I don't want you to get in trouble. You've been tired all day? Oh. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I bet I'm not helping though, right? Hard time sleeping? Ugh, welcome to the club. Same deal here. I can't wait until I get my sleep study done. In April, when I come back from vacation, I'm gonna get a sleep study done. We're gonna find out what's wrong with me. They're gonna take one look and be like, I don't know, bro. It's between you and God now. I'm just gonna be like, ah, okay, well, I guess I'll go die. It's like we've been trying to figure out what's wrong with me my entire life. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, I think I am on the right track to getting things at a, you know, reasonably on track. So, you know, hopefully a boy Slacky will be able to sleep better at some point. There's nothing on here that I can explore. Just a giant hunk of rock. You know what always like gets me is those videos where they're showing something underwater and they keep doing that thing where they like pull the camera like up above like this and then they dunk the camera back down under and then they show it again and then they put it back down under and you're just thinking like, oh god, something's gonna pop out in the water any minute now. Something's gonna pop out and scare the bejesus out of me. Hey, thank you for sharing the live, Aki. Also, I feel kind of bad I didn't get to watch the rest of John's stream on Monday. I caught like 1 minute of it in total. One of these days, hopefully I can sit down for an entire stream of his. So I can show him support. Here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. What? What? Why did I grab it like this? Oh, because they're in my... What the hell? What the hell is going on here? I'm putting them in my freaking hotkey bar. Come here, need to eat you. You were tabbed out? Oh, John, who is always here supporting my TikTok streams. I was able to catch like 1 minute of one of his streams on Monday. And I felt bad because I couldn't catch the rest of it. And I want to give... Why would you do that? You meanie. That spooked me. I think that was the point, right? I'm gonna get you for that. Yeah, don't you freer and face me. Thank you, Aki. Thank you for the roses. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. I forgot. I gotta stop saying the, I gotta just say thank you for the gift. Forgot about
Welcome
that.
aboard, Captain.
TikTok is very pedantic about what you're allowed to say and not say. Apparently, you're not allowed to say the name of gifts on stream. Thank you for the gift. I don't understand fully why, but I can only imagine it's to prevent people from begging for a certain type of gift. Even though I always see people when I'm scrolling through my For You page and I see other people streaming and they're like, oh my gosh, nobody ever wants to give me a galaxy. Nobody's gonna give me a galaxy. And it's just like, is that allowed? Are you allowed to just like straight up beg like that?
Vital signs stabilizing.
I should probably go cook my food. Bet. Bet what? What did I do? No, 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 no. No, no, Leviathan, go away. Or Reaper, I don't want none. Go away. No, I don't want no Reaper. The Reaper is a kind of guy that can't get no love from me. Oh no, 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 Aki, no, 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 don't do that. I was giving an example. Don't do that. It's okay. And see, that's why you got to be careful when you're saying the names of gifts. And this is a bummer. The last time I played, I immediately got all the scans I needed. And I was having a hell of a time finding rubies. But now I've got rubies and I don't have my scans. Alright, where are we on power? Where are we on power? How are we looking?
Engine powering up.
31%. Oh boy. I think never mind.
Powering down.
I have to create power cells. What I really wanted was the charger. Oh, we have a power cell right there. Was the power cell charger. But I don't have the scan for it anymore. %, 0%.
Calorie intake recommended.
Okay, I gotta go cook.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, let's make the water first. That way I don't accidentally cook the bladder fish. You know, looking at these lasers like create the food. When I was younger, I used to wonder if like you could cook food with a lightsaber. Because in grade school, I was a huge freaking Star Wars nerd. And basically that's all I would think about is like different Star Wars things. Sorry, I remembered I was gonna make power cells. So one of the things I thought about was like, can you cook food with a lightsaber? Of course, being a youngster, you know, I got made fun of for stuff like that. Hey, Merlin. Yep, tiny, slacky, dreaming about Star Wars. That's all I did. Like if you ever were to talk to my mom and be like, what did Slacky talk about all the time when he was young? She'd be like, Star Wars and Zelda. I couldn't get him to shut up about either of them. What's up, Merlin? How you doing? You been alright these past couple of days? 0, 0, 0. Okay. Okay, that should put us at enough power, I believe. I'm gonna go store these. And then we can continue the journey of looking for things to scan. Okay, what are we at now? 59%? I'll take it.
Powering up.
Freaking fish, dude, I swear. I'm doing a-okay. Thank you for asking. Okay, I think this should help me get to the deeper part, I hope. Yes, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. All right. How do I go down? Take picture, slot, cycle, deconstruct, reload, right hand, sprint, jump, move down. Okay, is C. I think I even asked that before last time. What you been up to? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of streams. I think even Tia's been asking about you. Am I going the right way for deep scans? Or is it just random, like all over the map? We're almost at 0% drop frames again. What? Oh, go away. Go away. Have I played this before? Yes. The thing with me, though, is that I am forgetful. I forget things pretty quickly between game sessions. So, you know, you'll hear me ask many times, like, oh, how did I do this again? Or what was I doing here? Unfortunately, it's just the nature of Slacky's brain. Okay, we're almost to 300. You'd help if you knew how to play? That's okay. Don't worry about it. All I need you to do is just enjoy the stream. I don't know where I'm headed, by the way. This might be a terrible idea.
Warning,
Oops.
entering ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
Crater Edge. Oh my, is this the abyss? What? Oh shit. Go away, please. Get your ass back down there. Ooh, that was scary. If there's a hole, go deeper and then don't turn around. Well, considering I just almost got killed by a ghost, I don't think so. Something tells me that that is cap. Oh wow, it's this far away from here, huh? Or this close, I should say. Hope that the ghost guy don't come back. It seemed like he only popped up when I went deeper. So, no deep for me. Thank you. It's totally safe? No. Almost got 8. You can't lie to me. We're on a giant planet of water. You can't gaslight me here. You do lie to me constantly. That's why I have trust issues. I can't trust anyone. Shit, he's back. Go away. Leave me alone. By the way, Caffeine, is there a release date announced yet for the, thank you for the Rozaki. What was that cowboy game we were playing? I can't remember the name. Is there a release date announced for that yet? Maybe it was kind of a stupid idea to come this far out. Far, far west. That's what it was called. Till much later in the year? Damn. Does that mean we'll probably be playing it at the end of the year? Yeah, alright. I mean, an end of the year stream isn't too bad. I'll have a lot more time to play it, that's for sure. Did the thing just like crash into a mountain? Whoa, what's going on? Oh my god, go away! Leave me alone. Déjame en paz, pendejo.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Is he damaging me? He's trying to drag me down. Stop it. Leave me alone. Hey, what's up, Peyton? How you doing? Go away. Leave me alone. He's trying so hard to pull me. Still there? Good, I scared him off. Yay, head patting. Okay, here we go. Finally, we're making it back to land. Or, not land, but the safe zone. Quote unquote. Ooh! I'm a gnome, and you've been gnomed. I'm not a gnoblin. I'm not a gnelf. I'm a gnoblin. I'm a gnome, I mean. I screwed that up. Damn, this game hits you with all the phobias, doesn't it? Oh my god, leave me alone, jerk. Like, submechaphobia, megalophobia.
Warning. External hull damage detected.
Oh boy. Great. Little jerks. Alright. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I can't just fix it like this. Where's the fire?
Fire extinguished. Air scrubbers initiated.
Okay, get away from me now.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh my goodness.
Warning. External hull damage detected.
Yes, I know. External hull damage detected.
Inflict emergency speed.
I think we're gonna lose our Cyclops. Where's the fire?
Fire detected.
Man, these things are freaking relentless.
Warning. Vessel captain. Excessive noise. Warning. Hull integrity. Warning. Creature attack. Emergency. Hull failure imminent. Abandon ship. Total hull failure in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah. No, Frederick. It took you away from me too soon, Frederick. I will now avenge you. It makes me wonder though, when the heck do I get freaking weapons? Whoa. Man, they don't mess around. They come right back for you, don't they? Did I lose my Seamoth too? Oh my god, dude. Go away, you've already ruined my life once. Oh yeah, I'm not wearing my flippers, no wonder. my sea moth is gone too. Cool. Stupid little punks. You don't have the strength to be bubbly to customers today? Oh my goodness, I don't know how you can anyways. I'm probably like... There's probably a specific window of like an hour or two each day where I can actually do that. It's like in the morning? No. In the evening? No. Between the hours of 1 p.m. and 2 p.m.? Sure. Neptune escape. What is the escape rocket? Is that how I beat the game? Glass, steel, enameled glass, lubricant. Oh my god.
Hello there.
Hey, what's up, Maddie? How you doing? No lie, guys. I feel like I would be better off just reloading. I made 0 progress on anything. I lost progress.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, let's see. Enameled glass. Stalker tooth and glass. And glass, I think, is quartz. 2 quartz. And then advanced. So I think we're just gonna have to get rid of these 2 at the moment. And then advanced wiring kit. Oh yeah, and I need plasteel ingot. God, so many things. TikTok stream is rough. Oh, is it getting choppy over there? Jeez. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Maddie. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Wiring kit. And then a computer chip. Okay, fine. What do I have on hand? Two copper. Got the lithium. Do I have the titanium for the ingots? I think I have more titanium elsewhere. You need 10, right? So that means I need 30 lithium. Oh boy. Yeah, I need 10. Oh boy. Time to go get titanium. This keeps failing to show video while audio keeps going. Yeah, it's probably crap in the bed right now. I'm sorry, man. Everything is losing its freaking mind at the moment. Okay, let's see what we got in the other storage. More titanium, beautiful. We're gonna need 40 of that. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we got enough for one ingot. Okay, beautiful. What's up, Mia? How you doing? Oh wait, I have silver ore. I can make this thingy. And then I can yank that off the screen. Now I need this. Copper wire, 2 copper ore, or yeah, 2 copper ore. And then 2 table coral. Okay, I can do that. 2 copper. 2 copper, 2 table coral. We can do that. Good, awesome. Glad to hear it. Happy St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate it. Otherwise, happy Tuesday. Wait, do I have... Just leaving fish sitting in my inventory. That's great. Oh yeah, wait. Table coral. I'm gonna have to find another source because I'm using up what I got here. Okay, we can get that off the screen now. I just need 1 more gold. I can get this off my screen. I don't have any quartz though. I don't remember where to get it. I think it's just like sitting around on the ground out here, right? I'm also gonna have to find 1 more stalker tooth. And to think this was supposed to be the stream in which I get my scans back. There we go. I need that for the oil. Is chat meant to be in this mode? What mode? Wait. Is it in a certain mode? Is it in follower only mode? Oh my god, hold on. I did not put it in any certain chat mode. I think it's the constant switch or the constant frickin' online offline thing probably broke it. Okay, give me a sec. Probably people sitting there thinking like, oh wow, are you kidding me? Go away. Jackass. Shield mode. No, that it's not supposed to be on. Oh, you just turned it off for me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think Sari might have given up after the stream was going up and down. Sorry about that, anybody who was watching and wanted to chat and couldn't. My apologies. I honestly did not notice. You see how it is? Oh, shush. You're able to chat because you're a follower and a VIP. You're fine. Shield mode puts it in follower only. Go away. Give me your tooth, by the way. How do you get a stalker teeth again, by the way? They have to bite something hard, right? All right, Aki. Drive home safe, okay? Have a good rest of your night also if I don't see you again. But thank you so much for being here. Oh, hey buddy. How's it going? There we go. Last stalker tooth I need. And then I need to
30 seconds.
find some quartz. If anybody is like a pro at this game, is there a way to farm stalker teeth? Because I think I need some for the prawn suit as well. Stop running. Stop running. You know what else I had from the last time we played? I had the auto cook knife. So I am mad about that too. So I lost all my scans and the auto cook knife. Oh, slacker, when will you learn that your actions have consequences? Is there a way for me to get my crashed Cyclops like back up, or is it gonna be on the screen forever now? Just to remind me of my failure. Remind me that I'm a boy failure. Alt deposit.
Calorie intake recommended.
Go away. Go away. No, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm looking in the wrong spot for quartz, to be honest. Isn't it like in the grassy area, or is it? It's probably like in the sandy area, right? And I'm just an idiot.
30 seconds.
Food, food, food. Why am I scooching over? Why am I leaning? This thing moving? You little bastards down there pushing my... Oh. What's up, Gojo? You adopted 29 streamers? Oh boy, you're gonna have to pay a lot of child support. That or you're gonna have to pay for a lot of college.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I don't know. I think I might be a little bit too old to be adopted. I think at this stage, I'm the adopter, not the adoptee. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Back to the hunt. Offer is always on the table? Okay. Well, how much is it paying? Do I get an allowance or something? 'Cause I got bills to pay, you know? Oh, I see quartz. Okay, beautiful. One. Oh, I'm gonna need 6 of these. Okay. There we go. Emerald glass is now complete. Welcome home, Diome. Go get your hearing aids recharged. Go get new batteries, okay?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And my teeth. What is this game about? This is basically you crashed on an alien planet which is filled with water, and now you have to survive and find a way to escape. Escape. One more lead, which I don't have. Beautiful. I can just put everything in here. Because I need a whole bunch of lithium. I need no, not lithium. Shut up. I need one more lead and I need a lot more titanium.
Have you ever had a dream that
Time to spend tickets. Well, don't spend all of them. You can put some of those coupons towards me playing FNAF if you want me to. Hey friend, how's it going? What's up? I'm not your friend, guy. Hey, go away, yeah? You have no what? Good job, damn. And I'm just messing with you too, by the way, friend. Don't worry. I like to joke around. Slacker is a jokester. How big are those? Oh, those are quite large. Can you, like, stop, please? Jackass. Is Slacker the Joker? I'm the Joker, baby. I'm the Jonkler. Mobile vehicle bay for I already got those. Go away. Jeez. What is this thing? Or I know it's a stalker, but what is this thing's deal? What I meant to say. Go away. Go away or I shall stab you a second time. Where is Harley Queen Savant? I don't think I'm quite that psychotic. I don't believe in parasocial relationships like that. So in my version of the Joker, Harley Quinn gets to go on and live a fulfilling life as the doctor that she always wanted to be. And the Joker receives plenty of mental health help. Sea Glide fragment. Do I already have this? Why do I keep doing that? I do already have that. Three. Okay, I think we are filled up on salvage. Very fanciful according to the real story. You are correct. I wish it was like that too. That's why it's my version. Oh, great. Okay, never mind. It's just a stalker. Thought the stupid Reaper was back. Gonna have to start kicking ass and taking names. Feels like I'm not going anywhere. Bloater. You forgot to recharge. Ah. Recharge. Translator is bothering you. Do you have a separate translator? Okay, this is what I want. Four more. Okay. Okay. Alright, Caffeine, thanks for being here, bud. You have a good rest of your day. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you later. Okay, I think we are now done with the last deal. So that should be everything, right? Are you sure that was this stream? Because nobody's ever asked me for that. But yes, I do have a partner. Okay, is that everything? That's everything. Let's go build our Cyclops. Oh, and TikTok? Oh, I ignore that stuff. Because TikTok is wild as hell, man. They're always asking me for weird stuff I gotta ignore. Or they're asking me weird questions. I have just to be like, oh, okay.
Cannot build here. Must be constructed in deeper water.
Cannot build here. Oh, okay. Cannot build here. Got it. Back it up. Heading out. Oh. I must have been for something else then. I was always wondering what this was sticking out like this. Thought it was something interesting. Yeah. I mean, it's best it's best to just ignore when people get that way, you know? Most of the time they're just trying to get a reaction out of you. So that's why I ignore it, because it's like I'm not going to give that type of behavior a reaction. Because I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to, you know, I'm not here for any of that kind of stuff. All right. We're going to need a name for this bad boy. Sploosh. Okay, and then what does the Seamoth need? Titanium ingot, power cell, glass, lubricant, lead. Oh, that's not bad. I can get that stuff real easy. Now I can get all this stuff off my screen. Beautiful. Alrighty, who wants to name the new submarine? The old one was named Frederick, but Frederick now lies at the bottom of the sea.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
One hundred, 100. 100, 100. Okay. Cool. Alright. Who wants to name the submarine? Put your name in quotes, and I will name the submarine that name. You like it when I sing, huh? Unfortunately, I have to be in a certain mood to sing. I already have 200. 200 what? You gotta put it in quotes if you want me to name it that. You know the rules, and so do I. The thing of donations. Oh, for FNAF playing? Yeah. They're doing quite well. It'll get there eventually. Oh my god. You know what? How many letters can I fit? Not a lot. I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14. It has to be 14 characters or less. Let's see if I can fit a billionaire eater. Nope. I'm just gonna name it Frederick too. Untouchable? No. I'm not gonna name it that. You gotta wait until I am in the mood for singing. And then I will sing, okay? Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, bright orange. Just the way Slacky likes it.
Engine powering up.
Why did my model get so expressive? I looked extremely disappointed. What do you mean? Also, I think it's my face as well. Sometimes without thinking, my face just makes faces. It does things on its own. You barely got enough sleep? Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Claudia Shembon, Mexico con hambre. Whoa! You want me to name it after Mexico's president?
Engine powering down.
I mean, I got no problem doing that.
Engine powering up.
Come on. Where's my house? There it is. The giant duck? Which giant duck? Que pato gigante. Or cuál?
Engine powering down.
The one just now. That's not a giant duck. That's my that's the home that you start off in. It's an emergency shelter. This thingy over here. It's an emergency shelter. You can't name that, unfortunately. You can only name your ships. It looks like a
Welcome
duck.
aboard, Captain.
It does kind of look like a duck, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. Will I look for eggs at Easter? Uh, I think I'm a bit too old for that. And also I don't celebrate Easter, so it doesn't really like, you know, it's like a double whammy. So I really got nothing, man, huh? Really sucks. What about you though? Are you gonna look for Easter eggs? Hi, Zaddy.
Sarsity wants you to hydrate.
Hello there.
Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Okay, I will hydrate. Oh my god, that water was warm. Why is that water warm? It's better. I should have just drank my cold drink. If I find one unintentionally, I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Don't worry. You'll. Any Easter eggs I find, you can have them. What's up, Zaddy? How you doing? You doing better than you were before, I hope. You know, you're going to Knott's Berry Farm on April 2nd. Oh, do you live in Southern California? Bye, Merlin. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we need these thingies. Tell Merlin hello. Merlin, if you're still here, Diome says hello. Doing a little better today? Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. What's up, Zorro? I think you might be lost, bud. You're in the wrong, completely wrong universe. But that is typical of you from what I hear. And power cell and battery and everything else I know how to make. Yeah, I've been okay. I've been doing swell. Oh, I thought I had that unlocked already. Oh well.
Acquired.
No blueprint acquired. So if you're going to Knott's Berry Farm, do you live in California? Because I go to Knott's Berry Farm every year for a Not Scary Farm. Excuse me. Because Not Scary Farm is a hell of a lot of fun, and I love going there. You need a Chaos Squad game tonight? Excuse me. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing, bud? We should play something tomorrow then, Zaddy. If everybody's got the time. Because I definitely do. Subnautica, yep. Oh my gosh, hold on one sec. My goodness. My throat. Playing into your horrors? Uh-oh, do you not like deep waters? I knew you didn't like the little spider fellas from Resident Evil. Do you not like deep water? I'm with you, by the way. I hate deep water as well, so don't you worry. What is the screen board? You'll be back on your PC next week, you think? Or Switch games? You know, I've been saying for a while that we should all, if everybody has a Switch, we should play like some Mario Kart or something. What switchboard are you talking about, Daom? It scares you when your feet can't touch the ground? I hate when I can't see the bottom. If I can't see the bottom of the water, I don't want to go in there. Okay. Copper. Copper, 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 copper. Boom. And... so down for Mario Kart? Okay, I would have to buy Mario Kart, but I can do that. Yeah, being a Californian, I also love and fear the ocean because I know what it can do. You know, it's a lot of fun to be in the ocean, but I respect it, which is what not a lot of people do. So many times I see them come to, like, the coastal cities here in California, and they have to get rescued because they're from a place that's just not, like, you know, too familiar with the ocean. And they underestimate it. Like, oh, I'm a good swimmer. Well, that was a lie. Mario Party. Oh, yeah. Mario Party 2. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, see, you and me are alike, John. Like, this is okay because it's like scuba diving and I can see the bottom. But if it was like hella murky, I'd be like, Also, I don't want to do scuba diving either. I'll be okay with snorkeling. You know, if it's like a couple feet of water. Like 10 or less feet. But, I do not want to do scuba diving. I've seen just too many videos of scuba diving gone wrong. You're hallucinating? ¿Qué pasa? What's going on? The current? Yeah. So, like, when I used to do a lot of surfing when I was younger, and body surfing as well, there'd be times where you know it's time to go back in, like, you know, get out of the water because you can feel the riptide. And yeah, being in a riptide is really scary. You feel, because you can feel yourself being pulled out into the water no matter how strong you try to swim. You thought I said your name? Oh, I'm sorry. No. You're not hallucinating, though. Maybe auditory hallucination. Actually, I sound like a freaking gaslighter there, so never mind, ignore me. Oh, stop it, you.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
I need more lithium. 1, 2, 6. We need like one more metal scrap. Yeah, rip currents are not to be messed with. Because you'll one moment you are like on you're exactly like you can see your towel or whatever, and you're like, okay, I'm close enough to the shore that I can swim back in, and then you like start swimming for a bit, and then you turn around and you're like, whoa, where am I? Because they pop up out of nowhere, which makes them even worse. And then they just pull you completely lateral to
Welcome
the
back from the ad break.
shore.
If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Oh, I forgot to get oil. Shoot, or lubricant. Hold on. Gotta lube up the submarine. That's how you get it to go in the water. Give me the... Okay, fine. We'll eat seaweed. The little fox has spoken. Yes, he is the keeper of the stream. He used to tell you guys when there was a an ad. But I don't know if like that was bugging people or not, so I switched it over to a different system. He moves the masses. Yes, he does. He is the... What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and the word like failed me. It's gone. Oh, I need lead. Darn it. Lead and quartz. Oh, let me cook first. You want to go to the beach again? You know, me too. What's up, Tazen? He doesn't deserve you. What? Who doesn't deserve me? Word I forgot? Oh, it's okay. It happens all the time. My brain is like a bucket with a hole in it. Let's just put it that way. Same here, Zaddy. I need the beach too. It's been too long since I've been to the beach. Now that I live in the city, the beach is a bit too far. Take you to the beach? Well, I can do my best. I can't promise anything. Also, I'm horrible with directions, so you're gonna get lost. You ask me how to get to the beach. Just saying. Nah, my brain forgot how to be a brain a long time ago. Now it's just a lump of fat that occasionally sends electrical signals through my body going, breathe, heartbeat. What's that? You want to talk? No. No talk, only breathe. Beatboxing puppies? That's an interesting thought. Would they be beatboxing with barks? Hey, thank you for the follow. Please get the reference. I am sorry, I don't. I am dumb and slow. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. We've been knowing how to draw beatboxing puppies. What? Were they trying to say a different word? What's up, Polly Buzz? How you doing? No, I told you I don't get the reference. Sorry. You passed your procedural law exam. Look at you. You gonna be a lawyer? You should pass the law exam and then go get your doctorate so we can call you Dr. Lawyer. Close to my follow goal. Am I? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've had like a lot of followers today. That's awesome. We must be pretty close then. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate every single one of you. You'll follow Twitch? Oh, thank you. Very kind of you. I appreciate that. Call you Licenciada Deon? Licenciada? Is that what you guys call lawyers in Mexico? I thought they were abogado. I only know that from a joke from Family Guy. Accidentes? Abogado. 555-5555. Expect a user like Google Ghost or something? Okay. Well, thank you for warning me. Or not warning me, giving me the heads up. Abogado avocado? a lawyer avocado? Nice try. Hey, buddy, can you not? It's my house, jerk. Licenciada is for doctor? Oh, okay. Okay, so we just need the lead. Gosh darn it. I knew I forgot something. Get the lead out. Alright, Zaddy. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Sleep well. That is a good one, though, panel. Even though I know you're probably not still here. That is a good one. I've learned my lesson to read things before I say them out loud, so I commend your efforts. Bachelor's degree is just the term for bachelor's degree. Huh? What's up, Fia? How you doing? Well, the thing is, that might have actually gotten me. But the thing is, that reads maíz. So it's not gonna... Oh god, it's not gonna work too well. My throat got all dry there for a second. Hold on. I'm doing alright, thank you for asking. Brother, leave me alone. I'm about to flip this idiot. You ever seen that video of the diver? There's like a shark that keeps bothering him, so he just flips him around. He's just like, get flipped, idiot. That's what I'm about to do to these sharks, or stalkers. That's how you would have read it? Oh. You know what, that's smart, but the thing is that requires me to think more than just one step ahead. That requires me to think 2 steps ahead, which is obvious what you do. Me, I'm just like, I gotta read that word before I say it out loud, otherwise I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming on through. Cool. Did the follow thing pop up? There's no sound for it anymore, so that lurkers can still be anonymous, but there should still be an animation. What's up, Ricardo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Cam? Manifesting that you get 800k channel points in the next 5 days to spend it. Oh no, is the campaign only on 5 days left? I gotta re-up that. How you doing, Ghoul? Appreciate you coming through and getting us back to 245. That 243 is not a round number, and it was starting to bother me. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Cam. I will get that. I'll re-up the thingy. The campaign. Gonna watch on Twitch now? Alright, thank you. Also, because there's a lot of things you can do with the Twitch stream that you can't do on the TikTok stream. Because I got all the interactions and stuff here. Because TikTok don't want to do that.
Milky Dude 1 wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
30 seconds.
There you go, thank you, Cam. Tic Tac, exactly. Oh, you got that Tic Tac, eh? What you doing on the Tic Tacs? Oh, you kids are so silly on your Tic Tacs. You love the actions? Awesome. Well, have at it. Well, I mean, don't have at it. Just make sure not to just spam. But yeah, no, go for it. You can use the interactions to your heart's content. Come on, just one lithium. A lithium, a lithium, my kingdom for a lithium. Love how I just leave this stuff to just roll around on the seabed. I'm such a litter bug. Might save a bit? Yeah, go for it. Because there's also a campaign right now to get me to play Five Nights at Freddy's. If you guys can get to 1 million coupons spent.
Hello there.
That's the standard interaction everybody uses when they come into the chat. That's what they use. So, welcome to the club. I'm thinking about adding a do you call it, a TTS with it. Since I have SpeakerBot now, I'm thinking of adding a TTS that you guys can use with your points. Because that'll also help me like hear your comments when I can't look at the screen. There we go. Finally, we can get the sea moth back. Do it. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. That makes me happy. Also looks like my internet stabilized. I don't know what on earth was going on with that earlier. I think my Discord chat was about ready to knock me a new one. Being a dolphin? So much fun. I've tried, and nobody can tell me that they haven't tried too. When they were younger, like you're swimming you're swimming at the pool, and you try to swim like a dolphin, and then jump out of the water. It kind of makes you think about just how muscular, like how much core strength sea animals have. For them to be able to just leap out of the water like that. Crazy stuff. Same with whales. You've always played mermaids? Well, that's fun. I think for me, when I was younger, we would just play dunk. Just dunk each other. Went on for so long, your parents were debating buying you a tail. Are you a mermaid at heart? Is that what you're telling me? Does the ocean call for you? Is your favorite movie Little Mermaid?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Wait, no, I gotta go build the sea moth. Yeah, I figured as much. No, dang it. Put it down. There we go. My favorite movie is actually Pirates of the Caribbean. These are technically edible. Well, I mean, they're like 50% edible. Right? Just the tail. Do you think in like a fantasy setting there's such thing as mermaid sushi? A variation of sirens? Very true. Oh boy, here we go again talking about eating fantasy creatures. God. What's up, John Cena? That is a absolutely wild name. How are you doing? The stop motion guys would stop motion guys would eat stuff? Okay, so this time I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made last time, which was I went off the deep end and got my ship destroyed by leviathans. Have you ever seen the speaking of stop motion, you ever seen those videos of the guy who like makes little foods out of non-food items?
Seek fluid intake.
Like he turns like Legos into food or whatever,
Vital signs stabilizing.
or like knitted things. Clunatic. Why does that sound familiar? I feel like I've seen a video on that person. Like an H3H3 video or something about that guy. Bioreactor fragment, finally. Oh wait, no, I already have this. It's the nuclear reactor that I'm looking for. Oh god, not that thing. Leave me alone. Table. Oh, I thought I could scan that. Forklift. Give me the forklift. I want to be forklift certified. He does woodwork stuff too. Interesting. I swear that name sounds familiar. Molly Moon. That. Oh wait, I think I. Oh yeah. I know who that is. Yep. That's that girl who does those like really interesting.
30 seconds.
What do you call it? They almost look like video games. Those stop motion videos. Yeah, those are really cool.
Oxygen.
I do not see any more things to scan. All right, back to it. Wait, hold on. What's this? It's a trash can. Okay. What's kind of neat though is I like that this sub almost looks like the sub from Atlantis, that Disney movie. If you've never seen that, I highly recommend you do. Basically killed the animation, the hand-drawn animation sector of Disney, but that's just because they're all greedy. They're like, this movie didn't make us $1 billion. That's it, we're never had drawing a thing again. Uh-oh, am I stuck? What am I stuck? Oh, a mushroom. No crashing, please. The insurance hasn't kicked in for this new submarine yet. I can't go crash in it. And we are reaching the edge again. I'm gonna turn around and go back. Crap. Wait, whoa, what is this? Damn it, not again.
Ahead flagged. Emergency speed. Warning. Vessel calculating. Excessive noise. Warning. Engine overhead standard.
I gotta make sure we're not getting dragged down by this stupid thing again. Go away. Really got to be careful when I'm going out there.
Ahead flagged. Emergency speed. Warning. Vessel calculating. Excessive noise.
Okay. I think we're good.
Warning. Head standard overheat.
Alright, so we basically got to the same exact spot we were before. But I am gonna call it a little earlier than usual simply because I gotta wind down for the night and also get up early. So this time I'm gonna save. Okay. All right, everybody. Things are coming out. We would have made a lot more progress had I actually not destroyed my dang submarine and we had to spend all this time rebuilding it. But thank you for all coming out and watching. I appreciate you guys. Twitch, hang out for a bit. We're gonna raid out, but first I'm gonna say goodnight to TikTok. Thank you for the follow, Cookie. Appreciate it. All right, TikTok. Let's see who's here. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say goodnight. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the follows. We are super close to our follow goal, which is awesome. You guys are amazing. I will be back tomorrow with something else. So please take care of yourselves. Have a good night and see you later. Bye-bye. All right, Twitch. Let's go ahead and raid out, shall we? Let me also make sure that the game is audible. There we go. That way we have some music for the end. Okay, well. Let's see, who do we got? Who's currently playing? Alright, let's go check out what Mac's doing. I think he's playing Resident Evil. Path of Exile. He had Resident Evil in his thing. Alright. Alright, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the new followers. And I'll be back tomorrow with something else. So please take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night. And we'll do it again next time. Bye-bye.